Hello, I'm Judi Vitale. I'm here to talk to you today about the Saturn station to retrograde that occurred today on February 7th, about 2 o'clock this afternoon on the East Coast, and earlier in the day in other parts of the world, and later in the day in others. So, anyhow, wow, Saturn retrograde is something that happens a lot, actually. It isn't like a great big thing that we need to notice and be frightened of or anything of that nature, but it certainly is something that I want you to be aware of so that you can capitalize on it. Saturn is coming to the end of its approximately 2.5-year visit to the sign of Libra. And as this happens, it's going to go back one last time and kind of harvest all the things that we learned over the last several months. And we are really going to have these lessons brought home for us. The area of life that is affected for you will depend upon your sign. So there will be an article associated with this video on readthestars.com. Please check it so that you know what area of life we're addressing here. The Saturn will be appearing to move backward through the last degrees of Libra from now all the way through until about around the time of the summer solstice, around June 25th. So during this time, it's important that we think about the ways that we can form good boundaries, find precise ways of expressing ourselves, and in general, get our acts together so that we can move forward as Saturn moves into Scorpio. We've had it a little bit easy with Saturn these last few years because although it was on the cardinal axis and it did cause a lot of trouble while it was there, at the same time, I think that once it gets into Scorpio, it will get even murkier because Saturn in Scorpio is never happy. Saturn is very happy in Libra. Everything has form and beauty, and these are things that Saturn likes. When Saturn moves into Scorpio, where it's dark and murky and not always clear, and it's very emotional rather than rational, Saturn can get to be a very upsetting influence, and so it's going to be easier now to accomplish certain things than it will be after Saturn moves into Scorpio, which is happening before we know it in October, early October of this year. What book am I looking at, you're asking? Okay, this is what's called an ephemeris, or it says here an ephemerides. This is the Rosicrucian one that I have always used. My teacher showed me how to use this many years ago. And it shows day by day where the planets are. And this is just a little bit of information for you to see like how I get the information that I tell you about in these videos and on the website. So Saturn's motion is shown here in the ephemeris. And as we see it, we realize that, you know, it's time to go back and harvest those sorts of structuring influences that we have had over the last several months and really implement them. If you haven't solved problems, if there's still a person in your life who's trampling on you, the person will continue to do that until you declare your boundaries. So do it quickly. Listen to Saturn. Allow Saturn to teach you the lessons that you need in order to be a fully functioning spirit in this material world. With that, I will leave you for now. My name is Judi Vitale. Again, if you want to contact me, abuse me, or otherwise say whatever you wish, it will roll off my back. No, seriously, it's Judi, Judi, at readthestars.com.